How's it going, guys? This video is the first video of our onboarding series. This video is going to walk through the left-hand navigation and explain what's in here to get started. We're not going to go through every feature in this video. We're going to go through the key features that are going to help you get up and running to utilize the Bitumio asphalt system. So let's jump in here. On the left side, we're going to start with maps. Maps is how we can do individual aerial measurements from a Google Earth or other map image. This is also found in our proposal, which we'll talk about in a later video. But this is how we can map out areas, linear feet, do map markers, etc. of aerial images. Takeoffs is where we can do measurements from PDF plans or other formats of documented plans. So if you don't have a map image, if you have a set of architectural plans, you can do this within the takeoff section of Bitumio. CRM, this is where we manage our contacts. So this is where we add contacts, we add the information associated to that contact or that company, and then we have some settings that we can manage for that customer. Opportunities are how we track our leads. So when leads come in, we can assign them an opportunity to make sure they're getting followed up with. We can track that opportunity through the workflow. Whatever pipeline or workflow you decide, you can create your own. And then you can move that opportunity from one stage or one pipeline status to another. Proposals are where you build your estimates. We call them proposals because once you come up with your estimated number, you're going to be able to send this via an email and a digital proposal to the customer. We're going to package it up into a nicely formatted proposal and send to the customer. That customer would be able to electronically sign that proposal, and that would come back to you as a one closed proposal. Once a proposal is won, that will create a job within our system. And if I navigate over to the schedule, jobs are what get scheduled on the calendar. So I can drag and drop jobs onto the calendar and assign them to crews and have those generate work orders that go out to the mobile app and go out to the crew in the field. We're going to skip over a couple of these. Like I said, there's other videos that explain all of these features. The next setting you need to know is your product setting. So these are the pages where you go to input your costs. For instance, I pull material from these various plants and I pay this much per ton of asphalt. So these are different settings that you use to input your costs to build what we call a product. And a product is what gets added to the proposal that contains all of the different variables and conditions of that particular job that you want to bid. We'll talk about this more in a later video of our onboarding series. Organization settings is where you have all of the settings pertaining to your organization as a company. So for instance, we start an organization info in the next video. What is my logo? What is my organization contact information? Do I have a certain number of working hours? Do I collect taxes on my proposal? What is my organization address? Things like these that you input from your organization level. Users is where you invite users to your account. So anybody that needs access to this account, you will invite them from here and you will assign them a role, and that role has certain permissions that you can manage and edit and change those permissions. Lastly, our knowledge base. This is where we have articles and help documents to help you understand how to navigate the system and how to set things up. That's all we're going through in this first video. That's the typical order of operations through the system. We create a contact. That contact can have many opportunities associated to it. That contact can have many proposals associated to it. Those proposals can turn into jobs. Jobs get scheduled and generate work orders for the work to be completed. Jobs we can sync to invoice. We can input job costs to compare proposed versus actuals. And we build those proposals and stuff through the settings found in these bottom two. Hopefully that gives you some information on how to navigate the system to get started. Like I said, we have specific videos around our fleet management feature. We have specific videos around how to schedule, which we'll get into later, around our time tracking feature and how to utilize time tracking. We have videos for each of those features. This is the onboarding system that's used to get you set up as quickly as possible. So we'll use some of those other videos later on. Hopefully this was helpful. Move on to the next video to see how we can start setting up your account.